He'd get off the bus, and his family met him. He started walking right through the middle of everybody, and nobody noticed him. I'm still on the bus, seeing him walk down the street, and I'm saying to myself, I would give anything to do what he just did.
John Stockton is one of the most underrated players in NBA history. I mean, as you heard there, he was walking around during the 1992 Dream Team days, and no one recognized him. But he was actually one of the greatest players in NBA history. And you guys know I'm going to give you the reasons and the facts why. So just stay tuned, Jay.
I want to go far, there's no stopping. I see them watching, I see them hating. One day I swear I'm going to be on the station. Mama, I gotta make moves.
Now, for the most part, every NBA fan has at least heard of the name John Stockton. 10-time NBA All-Star, 9-time NBA assist leader, made 11 All-NBA teams. You know, the point guard that played with Karl Malone and ran that incredible, unstoppable pick and roll. And if you haven't heard about him or you don't know too much about him, that proves my point further. John Stockton statistically can be named the greatest point guard of all time. He basically dominates almost every single important all-time stat category that a point guard can even get. And as a 6'1", 165-pounder from Gonzaga, it's clear to say he easily overachieved. John Stockton was drafted in the famous 1984 draft class with Hall of Famers like Michael Jordan, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Charles Barkley. And of course, Stockton was picked the latest out of every Hall of Famer in that draft class. And while MJ, Barkley, and Hakeem got ample opportunities from the jump to establish themselves as NBA stars, John had to wait his turn. In his first 3 seasons, he only played on average 21 minutes per game, playing backup to point guard Ricky Green. But Stockton still managed to average almost 7 assists per game throughout his first 3 seasons. It's like his magical gifts of passing were on display from the beginning. And by his 4th season, he finally got the opportunity to start as the Jazz point guard, and he took it and ran with it. In his first season with the starting job, John averaged 14 points per game and almost 14 assists per game. John mirrored the prototypical great point guard, and his focus from the jump was to get everyone involved. In his first 8 seasons as a starter, he racked up 8 consecutive 11 assists per game seasons, which is tied with Magic Johnson for the most of all time. And if you undervalue a guy like John Stockton, just look at it like this. Who's the 2 top leading scorers of all time? It's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Karl Malone, and it's not even close. Kobe Bryant, the 3rd leading scorer, is 3,000 points behind. But just look at it like this. Who was the 2 point guards feeding those guys the passes? Magic Johnson and John Stockton. I think it's fair to say without those 2 creative point guards setting them up for easy opportunities, the big guys wouldn't have been that successful. And I hear Magic Johnson getting the credit that he deserves, but not so much John Stockton. And if you still don't understand how legendary this man was, listen to this. He holds 2 all-time NBA records, and it's not even close. He dominates them. For his career, John Stockton holds the all-time steals record with 3,200, and the second closest being Jason Kidd's 2,600. And don't even get me started on his assists, man. I don't know if his career record would ever be touched. For his career, he put up 15,000 career assists, and the second closest being Jason Kidd's 12,000. 3,000 behind, man, a 3,000 gap. This is just a clear example of John Stockton's greatness and consistency on both sides of the ball. And Gary Payton, one of the greatest defensive players of all time, went as far as to say John Stockton was harder to guard than Michael Jordan.
Man, listen, if I can guard Michael Jordan one game and guard him to the fullest, I had to play John Stockton almost 13 times a year. Even if we played him 6 times in a regular season and then go a game 7s in the playoffs, he was a guy who was fundamentally sound. He would set picks. He would do the right thing. He'll shoot 12 times, make 10, and all that. He was just great.
He wasn't tougher than Jordan.
Yes, he was.
I mean, that's a huge statement from a guy who definitely has the credentials to say stuff like that. And the main reason for John Stockton's untouchable records, the man was almost unhuman-like durable. If you ever wanted to kill all today's NBA player resting science stuff and you needed an example, you can use John Stockton's career as a clear illustration. John played in the NBA for 19 long seasons, and he played in an era where the game was way more physical. I mean, a small 6'1", 165-pounder like John Stockton playing in that era, he was expected to have at least 1 to 2 serious injuries throughout his career. But somehow, out of 19 full NBA seasons, John Stockton played 82 games 16 times, man. And for his career, he played 1,500 plus games. And he only missed 54 games in 19 seasons. I mean, that's just insane. The dictionary has to show John Stockton's face for the definition of durable. This is a point guard who played 32 minutes per game for his career, and he was able to last that long. I mean, sure, players played longer than him. Kobe played 20 seasons, but they suffered the consequences with severe injuries. They basically had to retire because their bodies couldn't take it no more. John played every single game in his last 4 years. I mean, who knows how long he could have lasted. And even in his 19 seasons with Utah, he never even missed the postseason. I mean, this is a career that's damn near perfect. He did everything just without the goddamn ring, man. But that's the video though, guys. I just wanted to show some love to what's, in my opinion, the most underrated career of all time. I never ever really hear people talk about John Stockton, and I wanted to show him some love. If you guys like this video, please make sure you guys leave a big like. I'm sorry I've been gone for a full week. I just took a kind of a week off to get my mind right. Thank you guys for so many subscribers. We had like 35K. That means so much, man. I appreciate everyone that's new. If you are new, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notification bell so you can get notified every single time your boy Swish posts a video and all that good stuff. And follow my social media, do all that good stuff. And until next time, guys, stay TUNEDDDD.
Getting blue cheese, I leveled up on your nigga. He gets so mad when he see me on your Twitter. He lying saying he pull up with the hitters. That nigga tripping, he be off for the liquor. A nigga made it out, girl, I can make you proud. These niggas bite my sound, they wanna be me now. Yeah, they wanna be me now. Yeah, they wanna be me now. I pull up, I hop up, I skirt up, I skirt up.